Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Key Unboxing. Apologize for my voice. Apparently, this cold is still kicking my butt. But I'm going to record this anyway. So forgive the voice and forgive any small pauses for where I sneeze or cough uncontrollably. But we'll do this as quick as possible and get through it. But I couldn't miss a week, especially not the first week of June, because this will be the first week we share the spreadsheet. So I wanted you guys to have access to that, and I did not want to wait, and I didn't want to miss my deadline. So we're going to go ahead and push on through. It's the kind of dedication I have for you guys. Even when I'm sick, I still record videos as best I can. So what we did today was we went back to eBay, and we're going to try out some of the mass key purchases. So we bought a 30 Steam key pack. And we paid, was it $5 or $5.14, I think it was, for this. So we got 30 keys for $5 US. Sounds like a pretty good deal, huh? So, how did that pan out for us? We can get randomly selected keys. Normally receive the keys in less than 6 hours. If it takes a bit longer, don't worry. Way longer. We have lots of games in stock, over 100 titles. Your game keys are chosen by a computer. We have nothing to do with it. If you're lucky, you could get GTA 5 or PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. This is very rare, though. Keep that in mind before buying. That's always the key there, isn't it? All keys can be activated worldwide on Steam, so anyone can buy them. If you have any questions or issues, please don't hesitate to ask. Send us a message over eBay. Orders are limited to a quantity maximum of 30 keys per customer. That means you can buy 30 keys total. No refunds given once the keys have been disclosed to you. For more information, read our refund policy. I'm not going to do that. It's huge. Must have the Steam app installed. Just paste in the codes and get them. So this one came from the UK, which is cool because the person I think who suggested this was purchasing keys from the UK and said they were better than what we were getting through G2A and places like that. So hopefully we'll follow suit. But let's run down the list. First game we got Hard Cube. Arcade platformer for all hardcore lovers of toys. Simple and addictive time killer with lots of interesting setting in which a lot of different levels and worlds. Nice graphics, accompanying soundtracks, gameplay, and online rankings. 1 online now, 20 peak today, 899 all-time peak. Next game, Never End. Never End is a roguelike dungeon crawler where you, a simple adventurer, suddenly wakes up in another dimension. Inside this dimension, there is no sun, and the whole world is caved in. Enemies swarm you from left and right. You need to learn how to defend yourself. 13 online now, 56 peak today, 1,657 all-time peak. Cool. Next game, Lost Base Escape. Lost Base Escape, sci-fi horror with elements of shooter. Immerse yourself in the atmosphere of an abandoned space station. Hide from the monsters and travel through the maze. And find the exit. 8 online now, 8 peak today, and 888 all-time peak. I like that. That's cool. Orbital. Solar system is in danger. Millions of meteorites and alien spaceships from other systems that want to take over the world. Can you stop? A lot of meteorites want to take over the world. Can you stop this invasion? You will save the planet? Nah, I probably won't. 15 online now, 119 peak today, 1,167 all-time peak, which for a game that's about a year old is pretty good. Next game, Midnight Carnival. Midnight Carnival is a visual novel with a dark and disturbing story and theme. 42 online now, 67 all peak today, 1818 all-time peak. Alright, don't know anything about this game. Next game, Drive Megapolis. Improve your real-life driving skills. Unlikely. Drive Megapolis is designed to be interactive and also a learning opportunity, tracking your driving mistakes and clearly highlighting them. Oh, great. It's like driving with my mom. Allowing you to learn and improve with a huge variety of vehicles and unique driving styles, maps, pedestrians, and traffic. 5 online now, 34 peak today, 671 all-time peak. Next game, Korblick, which is also called Destum. Making the way through clouds of hostile ships, turning aside and shooting garbage tons. You fly to the purpose. What for the purpose? The intrigue is necessary. Therefore, you learn. 10 online now, 128 peak today, 1552 all-time peak. Next game in the list, Crabdub, which actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. Deep down at the bottom of the ocean is where the evil Dr. Taco reigns. His biggest dream is to conquer the entire ocean. Together with his business partner, Mr. Rhino, they sponsor a high-tech project called Crabdub. 14 online now, 27 peak today, 1308 all-time peak. Dr. Taco and Mr. Rhino. Those are some villain names there, aren't they? Alright, next on the list, Lup. Lup is a 2D platformer with heart. Throughout the game, you'll have to overcome enemies and challenges using weapons and items. 40 online now, 109 peak today, 1219 all-time peak. Next, Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace, game in genre puzzle. You need to draw a line to insert the balls into the box. 3 online now, 11 peak today, 776 all-time peak. Next, Machine Made. Machine Made Rebirth is a classic fantasy sci-fi RPG. You'll play as Tibby, an angelic girl lost in a world of advanced technology, magic, and corruption. Having lost her memories, Tibby must find her way to rediscover her history and her true self to overthrow the evil machine god that threatens the world. 29 online now, 79 peak today, 1249 all-time peak. Okay. Next on the list is Relaxation Balls. Soothing game, created to relieve psychological stress in people of different ages. Helminth Valera, Horse Action, Bobber Vastily Return. I have no idea what that means. Is that like Klaatu Verada Niktu? 2 online now, 6 peak today, 1374 all-time peak. Maybe if you play the game, you understand the code. I don't know. We'll see. Next game, Merger 3D. 2048 AD, the year in which humanity was faced with bioterrorism. Really, we waited that long? The desire to reach the next stage of evolution, which ran contrary to the facts of nature, formed the study of illegal modification to human cells. Because of this, a special unit was formed by mercenaries who opposed human experimentation. I don't think mercenaries would go out of their way to form a group. Mercenaries would more likely be hired by a group. So, I'm not really sure that flows well. 39 online now, 124 peak today, 922 all-time peak. So that's cool. Strong Mind. I really appreciate the challenge that this game puts in place to create a puzzle game that is international, because I could see where a lot of challenges would come up to try to make things interesting for people of all countries, and how it could be very difficult for them to make questions that are very applicable to everybody. So either this is going to be really simple or extremely difficult. Strong Mind, new game with unique challenges, challenging puzzles, multiple difficulty levels, from easy to expert. 24 online now, 24 peak today, 1340 all-time peak. Next one, Monster Puzzle, Far Away, Lost in Another Dimension. There's a world where human dreams come to life. A land built upon sweet dreams, where Trekkie and her friends live, safe from the bitter monsters inhabiting the dark world of nightmares. 15 online now, 55 peak today, 1008 all-time peak. Next game, Neon Hardcore. Neon Hardcore is a fast-paced top-down action shooter inspired by games such as Contra, Metal Slug, Super Turrican, Cybernator, Realm, and Doom Troopers. 11 online now, 53 peak today, 1582 all-time peak. Alright, we've gotten this one before, so. Next game, The Tape. The Tape is a slow and creepy first-person horror game with mystical story and abstract psychological elements. 1 online now, 13 peak today, 526 all-time peak. The next game, Nicolay's Adventure. Small game about Nicolay's adventure. Protect your house from monster. 87 online now, 411 peak today, 975 all-time peak. So, for a game that has like 0% positive reviews, to have 411 people play it today is pretty significant. So, that's awesome. Next game, Catch a Falling Star. We've gotten this one before. It's like a catch game. Stuff drops down, you catch it. Got it. Catch a Falling Star is a casual and relaxing game where the aim is to catch falling stars and score points. A fun and relaxing game with beautiful graphics and soothing music. Perfect when you want to play something, but don't want to think too much. 14 online now, 19 peak today, 1036 all-time peak. Next game, Night Forest. The game gonna put you face to face with lots of dangers on the way to save your friend. Saws, lasers, turtles, and lots of other things gonna make you enraged and break down your monitor screen. So remember when I said if you wanted to make a game and you weren't really sure how to make a game and you've never made a game before and you're not sure what to do, so maybe you should make a platformer because they're hard to screw up. I think I found one that was that's going to prove me wrong. 73 online now, 115 peak today, 1381 all-time peak. Next game, Cat Goes Platform. You play as a cat. You will regain the lost snacks from the deadly cave. 90 online now, 94 peak today, 1738 all-time peak. And this one was a green light game. So, good. 2 reviews. Alright, next game is Spigot. Spigot is a bullet hell game developed by a single developer, Igor Petrovic, with a soundtrack composed by Dario Malovic. In this game, the player will have to dodge a constant barrage of spikes coming from the sides of the screen. Kind of cool. I watched a little bit of the video on this one, and it seemed interesting, very difficult. It looked like it had a lot of challenges. 16 online now, 217 peak today, 1780 all-time peak. Next game, Flesh Eaters. Flesh Eaters is a retro-style single-player RTS zombie survival game with resource gathering and crafting. Zombies are everywhere. You must gather resources to build barricades, upgrade weapons and armor, explore the city under siege. 9 online now, 13 peak today, 1966 all-time peak. Next, Star Drifter. Star Drifter is super hard and hectic space shooter, inspired by classics such as R-Type, Xenon, Galaxian, Mooncresta, and Gradius. There's some hard competition to follow. 26 online now, 100 peak today, 939 all-time peak. So, I liked those games, so we may try this one. Next, we got Super Moustache again. Super Moustache is a vintage-style platformer filled to the brim with 8-bit pixel art juice. Join Captain Super Moustache in a journey to save the planet Uranus. If you enjoyed classic platformer games from the golden era of video games, then you're gonna love this. 170 online right now, 107 peak today, 924 all-time peak. Next game on the list, Petrification. Petrification is a first-person shooter with horror elements, lots of enemies and weapons, heavily inspired by old-school shooter classics. 1 online now, 5 peak today, 495 all-time peak. Alright, so the next game is what I would say very controversial. And this is the only one I'm actually going to talk about. Next game on the list is The Housewife. Take on the role of the housewife and make sure the house is maintained. She lives to keep her husband happy. Learn how the world changes for an abused person. She believes that he only beats her because she disappoints him. Get deep inside the functioning psyche of a victim of abuse. While I applaud them for their taking on of this content, I believe it's too broad of a subject for an indie developer to put out without much experience making games. They list a lot of statistics, they have a lot going on, and maybe Steam wasn't the place to release it. But 9 players online right now, 15 peak today, 569 all-time peak. It seems that a number of people appreciate the subject matter. A lot of people say that the gameplay leaves a lot to be desired, and a number of people actually enjoyed the aspects of the violence in this, which was just the internet being stupid, I guess. But I don't think that was the design in mind. This isn't like Roller Coaster Tycoon where you build partial roller coasters and launch your patrons off into the sidewalk. Anyway, not going to get political, not going to get anything like that, but 9 online right now, 15 peak today, 569 peak if I didn't do that already. Moving on to the next one. Overhell. All started with banal search, a group of sadists. You almost caught them, but they have already started their ritual, Rutiel, which cause uprising of terrible creature from hell. You have no choice. Try to save your life. 58 online now, 273 peak today, 1,882 all-time peak. So, that looks like a decent one. Now, our penultimate game, Tower of Elements. Master the magic of elements. Defend your tower against sneaky goblins using magic attacks. Upgrade the tower to earn more mana points and gems. Compare with your friends in versus mode or fight together in co-op mode. Try to become the best on the Steam leaderboard and collect all the something. 65 online now, 468 peak today, 1,200 all-time peak. Another Greenlight game. Alright, and the ultimate ending game I got, Turbo Pug 3D. Turbo Pug is back, and this time he has 3 dimensions. Join Turbo Pug and his friends. Sprint your way through randomly generated voxel world with scaling difficulty. Turbo Pug 3D, fast-paced, casual fun. 32 online now, 399 peak today, 1064 all-time peak. Alright, so that brings us to our summary. I have shared this so you all can see it, and as such, I'm not going to go through and review each price, especially not because I don't think my voice will hold up for it. But we bought this on eBay. We paid $514 US for it. Our total on Steam would have been $54.70 today. Our total on Kinguin would have been $9.72 today, and our total on G2A would have been $10.38. Now, I don't know if Kinguin is trimming down the crap in their stuff, or they're just becoming extremely unpopular, but they did not have the majority of these games, or these games are just so terrible, nobody wants to even try to sell them. But G2A had a bunch of them, so there we go. Alright, so look for the link in the description if you want to see how the individual prices pan out, and I will post that down there for you to look at. It is read-only. You can look at any of the should be able to look at any of the workbooks in here. So that's it for this week. I'll catch you guys later. Hopefully I can do another video today, but we will see. Don't want to overtax my voice, but apparently it's not very pleasant sounding right now. So anyway, thanks for watching, and check out some of my other videos while we wait for me to be able to talk again. I'll see you later.